So, No Jumper is no longer what we knew it as. AD Lush got fired. AD ultimately quit the entire thing with Smack. Do know Pierce Genovese did, I'm not sure yet. And so many others just left when AD left. And it seems to be pivoting away to more of stuff Adam's interested in, which I think is perfectly fine. I think it's perfectly fair. I don't even know if this is the demise of No Jumper. This is just the demise of the hip-hop version of No Jumper. I'm pretty sure there'll be a few cultural things that I feel like he wants to continue to give back to, even though I prefer him just completely, if you're not interested in, just completely go away from it. But I feel like this was always destined to happen. I feel like Adam was getting tired of hip hop. He already said he wasn't interested in it. I feel like he wasn't interested in the topics and he wanted to do more goofy things that made him more money, which is perfectly fine. I just noticed that Adam, and everybody around him is different. So I went through my mind of cultural differences, and I felt like it was most of the cultural difference. How separating friendship and business could easily be separated from, let's say, a white person compared to black people. Black people have a more loyal standpoint, which is why being used hurt way more oftentimes amongst black people. You have to see like anger and all that when betrayal happens. As to white people, it's like, life, I learned my lesson, I'm not going to do that no more. Compared to as a black person, we get angry, visibly angry, threaten people and do other things. Because loyalty means something to us, right? If somebody used us, I'm not accusing Adam of using us, but if someone uses us, we often feel betrayed. We often feel turned on. We often feel like those people were our friends, but ultimately wasn't. Even though in white culture, they can still see you as friends. It's just business and I have to do what I have to do. Which is a fair process, right? But the story of No Jumper is Adam 22, one of his co-hosts, outed House Phone, one of his best friends, supposed to be in his wedding. A transgender person said they did some acts that he didn't want exposed. That's a cultural thing. Some people don't want exposure, and I don't think it's right to expose people before they're ready. If you into that stuff, you into that. And I'm not even saying House Phone really into that. He might just be experimenting. But that started the wheels and turned off No Jumper. I felt like Adam was less interested in doing it once his friends left. He even threatened to shut down the whole show, which T-Rail, one of the co-hosts who left, probably one of the top prospects that could have probably taken over after Adam, was hurt by. He was like, oh, you could just shut this down at any time? So what am I doing here? I don't want my life doing this. I have back on Fig. I don't need this if you're going to threaten to shut it down anytime you want when I got something I'm growing on my own. So that's T-Rail's problem. AD's problem was a little different. For people that don't know, they call it the Richard Spencer thing. Richard Spencer says he's a formerly renounced white supremacist. And now he's reformed and he's doing better. And he interviewed with Adam. AD, as a co-host, felt like he let his people down when Nick Fuentes came through. He was in that interview. He felt like Nick Fuentes outsmarted him. He didn't do research. He thought he could go in there. He didn't realize how intelligent Nick Fuentes is in terms of people who never known it. So he felt like the need to go, and I researched Richard Spencer and I did all this stuff, and instead you got Disney, which felt like a betrayal to him. And then we have Lush, which led to the ultimate, because even after all this, AD was feeling type of way. He's like, oh, you don't trust me. Oh, I wanted to do this. Oh, you my friend. We were supposed to do this. And then, as I said, Lush came in and was talking to Adam and telling the Discord. It was telling the Discord all the things Adam would say, all the things Adam was doing. And then they got back and told AD. AD confronted Adam. Adam got mad because he only told Lush, and he fired Lush on air, which kind of sparked this whole thing because it got out, and AD was like, "Oh, I feel like you're not my friend because you were talking behind my back." Again, that goes back to loyalty. Saying things about co-workers behind each other's back is a normal process. But saying things about friends behind the back to a black person is like the ultimate betrayal. Why? Because I put my faith in you. I'll never do this. I'm loyal to you. If I do it, I'll do it on a public way. I won't say it behind your back. But in reality, they were outgrowing the platform. Adam even meant it. He was like, you more into y'all shows than these shows. And I feel like it's inevitable that we would leave, that y'all would leave this show. Because Adam really wanted to do something else. And I felt like they were starting to, even though they felt loyal to Adam, I felt like they knew it, but they wanted to be loyal to their friend at that time. And just go through it. Ultimately, the coaches just don't work. And I'm not even saying this, that like the friendship business culture between a black person and a white person, I don't think that could actually work unless you're partners. Like actual partners, not like a partnership agreement or anything like that. I just think unless you're actual partners, it can't work. Because we think too differently. Unless you're absolutely from that culture and you understand how it works from the beginning. I sort of understand how it works, but most people around me wouldn't understand how that culture works. They don't understand the cutthroat business, whatever's best for money, no hard feelings culture. That's like loyalty. We got it, we're gonna get it, we're gonna eat together to the end culture. Because that's the two different cultures. And if I have to be the guy who say Adam was wrong because the way he handled his friends, I'm that guy. I'll be that. Because he was. Those are your friends, those are your people. You've been around the culture long enough. So in the end, I'm with AD now. Adam will continue to do his own thing. Probably get a lot of views if he can keep on getting on the Destinies and all those people. And they'll do very well. I don't think No Jumper is at its demise. But the hip-hop section of No Jumper is probably done. The drama section is probably over with. Probably see more John Zerkas and some other people who argue over the most frivolous things. You'll see more Sharp yelling at corn stars. You'll see all those things. And it'll still be interesting. But it probably won't be for me. Which is perfectly fine. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think, this is the demise of No Jumper? Or is it the beginning of something new? And do you agree with Adam or AD? Do you think AD's a crybaby? I saw that. I don't think so. Do you think Adam is wrong? I do. Do you think it was just inevitable and people see different and go different ways? Which I think it is too. Everybody has their seasons. It was their season. Let me know in the comments. Let me know right now what you think. And I'm out.